Okay, so I'm John Coles. Welcome to my Carway F30 video. I bought it on eBay, about 30 quid. I've had it nearly 2 years now. It's going to be a short video, it's 8 minutes long, and I'm really impressed with it, but no problems with it at all. It's got two cameras on, so in this shot you can see that's a zoom camera. I've got it facing to me, and as we go through the video I'll have both cameras facing forwards, the zoom camera facing in the back and the other camera facing forwards, and vice versa the other way around. Okay, so now we're getting into me driving. Okay, so I've just moved the camera, so what you can see now is a zoom camera at the back. Okay, so if you're worried about the type of driving, you're worried about someone running up the back of you, it's probably good to have the zoom camera showing through the back. If you want to pick those registration plates up, as you can see now, as anything's coming, everything runs into the back of you. On the front, it looks a bit dark on the left hand side, as you can see it. The reason for that is that the sun, as you can see, it's right down low, and we're just coming to dusk, and there's a button on the camera. If you look at the previous slide where the zoom camera, you can see just below it, you press that button and it changes it, a little moon comes up, and that's what you put it onto that when you're driving at night. You press that little button again, and the moon goes off and the sun comes on. So at the moment I've got it set with sunlight, but because it's dropping and the sun's creating this, it's showing this kind of dark picture on the left hand camera. Okay, so what we're going to go on to now is we're going to come in. I'm going to change the cameras around as we go into the next view in a minute, and then you'll see what happens when you switch around and you get the zoom camera facing forwards. And all I can say, I mean, I can't fault it. In much fact, I bought another one just in case I can't get them, because they're that cheap. So thinking if this one breaks, I'm so impressed with it, then I want another one. Okay, so we're now going to a situation where I've changed the camera around. I'm just moving it about now. Okay, so now the zoom camera is facing forwards. Okay, and we've got it set to daylight, and like it's still dusk and we're driving home. It's at the same time you can see the vehicles coming towards me quite well, and I've got the other camera facing to the back. Okay, now the only problem with the small camera facing to the back, you can't really see anything that's going to hit you from behind, but it could be blown up at a later date, and then you would be all right. Okay, so let's say if you do have an accident, just on the camera, if you look closely on the picture where the smiley is, or on the other one, the left hand side, there's a button, and it says SOS on it. If you press that button, if you've just had an accident and you manage to press it, you're not too badly injured, hopefully, airbags have gone off, and that protects the video clip previously and saves it. You can't erase it or anything, so you've got it for evidence in court, which is brilliant, and I'm hoping that you don't have an accident by using one of these. But what is good about it as well is that if you do see an accident and it's in front of you, you can use that as evidence for the driver. If somebody's trying to be a bit iffy with him and say no, it was your fault or not your fault, and you've got it on camera, then you can go up to somebody and just say, well, I've got video evidence of it. Okay, so that's really it. Now we're going to switch. Now we're switching. The weather's changed. It's the date. This is on the 21st of the 2nd. It's raining. It's very dark. It's quite dark. It's just coming light in the morning. So what I should have done now is I've got it on night, and I should have, any time now I should have switched it to day. I know it's just a matter of just reaching up, just pressing that button. You can still be watching the road. You just put your finger on it and press the button, and it'll switch to daylight, and you could get a better picture. Okay, so you've got both cameras facing forward now, and we'll come up to some traffic lights. Look how clear the van is and everything, and the vehicle's coming. So if you was to go through these lights, which I do in a minute, on green, and then for some reason one of these cars that's going across comes shunting into the side of you, you've got a wide enough view and enough camera, and you've got plenty of evidence there, you know, to show that you're not in the wrong. The thing about them as well is they're quite simple to set. It's an easy menu, and you're just going to flick your way through it, and it's the same as going through most stuff on your phone. If you've got a phone with some software, you soon learn how to set them. And at the money, there's a lot of them on the market now for 80, 100 odd pounds or whatever. Well, I've had this 2 years, and it's the best 30 quid I've ever spent. You know, it just puts your mind at ease that if somebody runs into the back of your ear, or somebody runs into you from the side or whatever, and you can widen the angle and give yourself a more wider view. I've just got them facing forwards, but I could make it wider if I wanted to. That'd be great. The thing is, the batteries don't last long if you've got it disconnected from the car. So what I've got is there's a lead off it, and it goes down to like my cigarette lighter down just near my gear stick, and I just plug it into that. And you know when it's switched on, because the Chinese lady says thank you for using Carway F13, your video has now started. And when it switches off, as you pull the power off, or you switch your ignition key off, then she speaks again and she says thank you for using. So you know when the camera's on and when it's off. And I've noticed before when I've just caught it and pulled the socket out of the thing and the camera's gone on, and then a few seconds later it's gone off, because it's got a movement sensor in it as well. So as soon as you move, it will start recording. I'm not going to go through all the settings because it's, you know, I want to keep it a short video. And the main thing is you can see now that it's working in the dark. All right, so I've got it set to night. I'm on my way into work at about 5:30 in the morning. Well, if it's because it's that time, I'm probably going to pick some bread up for the fishery, the barm cakes and that for the anglers for the breakfasts. And it's nice and dark. As you can see, wet, you know, not brilliant conditions, but as you get close to things, you can pick stuff out. You can spot the cars, stuff coming towards you. You can, if you was to blow it up, you could pick the plates up and everything. You know, it's if it wasn't so wet and horrible, you get even better pictures with it. Now I've had it 18 months and I haven't wiped the lenses once. So possibly if I actually got some tissue out and wiped the lenses, I might get a bit better picture, you know. And like I say, at the moment I've got both cameras showing forwards, and you know, you can pick out the vehicles, you can pick out the road. All right, it looks a little bit dark, but what you just watch when I get closer to vehicles and my headlight picks them up, you can easily make out the registration plates and everything. And if, like, I'm stopping this roundabout and if something was to run into me, you know, you've got enough evidence there to give in court should you need it. You just feel more at ease as well. And if you're driving along, you know, the way people are on the roads now, especially like me, I'm 60 now and everything, and any young thugs, and they can be quite aggressive as well, and you know, you don't want that, obviously. So the sound quality is very poor. That's what I can say. You'll have heard it pick up on that other one before. We'll get a bit of interference, and hopefully you could still hear me speaking. And you know, but I'm so impressed with it, especially during the daytime. And even at night, and I'm just watching it now as I'm narrating. I think it should be, looks like I'm putting into McDonald's or something here. Yeah, well, I'm getting myself a cup of coffee, so I must have picked the barm cakes up. I'm on my way back into work now after picking the bread up for the lads. So there you go. So thank you for watching the video.